What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to everybody out there tuning in from all the world. Everybody from Japan, konnichiwa. It's Gas Sports for the culture. You know what time it is. It's the gang. So let me go ahead and introduce us. We about to get into some sports, some culture, some music, and all types of good stuff. So let me introduce myself. I'm the host for the evening. My name's Scruff Lion. Y'all can get me on my social, which is listed here right below. My brother to the right, top right. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
At Bryce XXV double I. Hey man, it's a pleasure to be with y'all fellas. I'm a little disappointed today because I got eliminated from the Gas Fantasy Football League. That shit hurt, man. Shout out to my guy at Father First 88, man. My guy Hansel took me out, but I'll be back next season. I'll be back.
Yes. Taken out by the hands of one of the fans, dog. Ain't no thing because I've been out, so I feel you, brother. Bottom left, introduce yourself.
Hey, man, it feels good to be back, man. I'm finally home where I'm supposed to be on Sports for the Culture. Missed the last 2 weeks. I got a lot to say. I can't wait to get into it, man. It's your boy Young Rome 22 on all the socials as always.
Yes, sir. We missed you too, Rome. Free my guy, Rome. He's back by popular demand. He was asking where Rome at. Where Rome at, man? But here he is. Last but not least, bottom right.
T Boogie, man. Glad to see my boy Rome back. They free Rome, they free Rowdy, man. It's gonna be a good show. Correct, I appreciate that intro, you know what I'm saying what's up to the Japanese fans. Arigato, you know what I'm saying? I do a little of that too. You know, you eat enough sushi, you know a thing or two. But wash your hands, wash your ass, and let's go, man. It's gonna be a good show. We got a lot of good stuff for y'all.
Yeah, let's go. It is a good show. And yeah, nah. We deep out there in Asia, man. Gas is deep in Asia. Everybody love us, man. For real. But yeah, it's been a good weekend, man. I hope everybody doing good. Everybody feeling safe, blessed, like T said, staying Rona free. So this week, man, we got a lot of good stuff for you, man. I think usually what we always do is we jump into the NFL action. So I think we're going to jump in and dissect a little NFL, but we got a lot of good stuff to talk about today. But first, I want to talk about the biggest takeaway, probably one of the funniest things from the weekend anyway, was Monday night. You know, Lamar Jackson. My man had to take a bathroom break, man, in the middle of the game. But they pulled off the dub, man. I think we were talking about this last week. A couple of us had predicted the Baltimore dub. But I will get into the bathroom break in a minute. But now I'm saying, like, Lamar Jackson showed up. Now, are y'all feeling good about the Ravens' playoffs hope? A lot of people were counting the Ravens out. What's your reaction from the Monday night game? Jump ball, T. I know.
I was about to say, I'll jump in, man. Y'all jump in. I think we talked about this last week, like you said, Scruff. And I think I was me. I think you might have been on the same side as me, man. We were both still had some faith in the Ravens, and feels like a lot of people have been ready to give up on them, ready to give up on Lamar Jackson, especially. But I'm still rocking with him. In fact, I think they'll end up finishing higher than the Browns will. I don't believe in the Browns fully. They're what 9-4 at this point, and to me, they're a 10-win team. You know, I can see them going 10-6. I can see them dropping 2 of these last 3. But they did. I mean, they look good. They look good. Don't get me wrong. They'll make a little noise in the playoffs. I think both those teams are playoff teams, but I think Ravens will finish ahead of them, and you know, we could be looking at 2 of the wild card teams. Have 3 teams from that division in the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Lamar Jackson, he was very dynamic. It was a must-win situation for the Ravens. I mean, the situation going with those, I'd like to go with the hungrier team in those 2 situations. T, what do you think? Were you impressed by Lamar Jackson on Monday night?
I mean, I was impressed by Lamar Jackson as a player, and I've said it since he's been in the league. I still wasn't impressed by him as a passer. But
that last drive wasn't impressive with his arm. He threw it like 80 yards. Go ahead.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. He still threw the ball behind the receiver, and the guy was wide open. I would have made that throw every day, twice on Sunday. So that being said, I do think there's something to a guy just being a winner. He seems to be, you know, anybody that can come back off the toilet and just toss a touchdown like that. I don't want to hate on the guy too much. You know what I'm saying? And you're not gonna fool me with the whole he had to get an IV and all of that stuff, bro. I know that walk, man. We've all had that walk before. You know, when you gotta go, you gotta go. But I feel like you got to hold that, man. You got Tracy McSorley out there break dancing, breaking knees, man. I feel like it's inappropriate to take a bathroom break during the game. We got halftime. You know what I'm saying? What are you doing, man?
Hey T, you hold that when you get hit wrong. It's a wrap.
Yeah, man. What you want my man to do?
I mean, I could be wrong. I didn't grow up playing football, but they said leave it all on the field.
Nah. That's not what they meant, bro. That's not what they meant.
You don't want to
Trust
go out
me.
like that, man. You don't want to go out like that, man.
Although I have known a few players to just take a leak in their pants, and then you know what I'm saying, they'll play the game like that. But I don't know nobody that's going number 2 and just chilling, man. My biggest takeaway from the Monday night game, though, it's not even Lamar, man. It's Justin Tucker, bro. Like, let's talk about kickers for a second and how important they are to the game. My man, this is the biggest back and forth game that we've seen all season. Momentum is swinging both ways. Justin Tucker ain't done nothing the whole game, really, but sit down. Then you come out here and you're asked to win the game. So, yeah, kudos to Lamar for doing his thing. Kudos to Baker and the Browns for keeping pace. I didn't even see that coming, but my biggest takeaway from Monday night has to be Justin Tucker and that impressive kick, man. The ice in the veins. Like, a lot of people hate on kickers, man, but that's a tough job coming there after sitting on the bench for 2/3 of the game and then being asked to win it when all these dudes put their blood, sweat, tears on the line, and then you just come in, you got to make this kick. If you miss this kick, everybody gonna hate you. You make it, you the hero. That's a lot of pressure. So I want to give
So what if Tucker got to use the bathroom? Can he run off real quick? Can he do that?
Well, he has enough time. He has enough time, during the drive to go poop.
Oh, okay.
He got plenty of time.
Man,
I don't know why you hate on Lamar, man. It's not his fault. Nature happens, man.
I'm not saying it's his fault, man.
The football games last 4 hours, man.
You gotta do the math, man. I mean, it's real life, bro. It's real life, man.
I mean, I could cramp up right now, like during the show. You know what I'm saying? Might have to. GB disappearing a lot when he's on. Who knows what's going on? Like, when you gotta go, bro.
That's what I'm saying, man. Is it fair to take a bathroom break during the game? Is that unacceptable? Because, like, I mean, you got to do the math, man. If you get a job a certain amount of hours a week, chances are nature going to have to call one of them times, bro. Like,
I can't walk out in the middle of a meeting and say, I'm going to be right back. Like, sometimes you just got to hold that thing.
It's going to hinder your ability to play, though. How you going to be able to, really, you know what I'm saying, get loose out there on the field if you got to hold, you know what I'm saying, you holding on to this shit, man.
I mean, I'm not going to be mad at him. He came back out there, you know what I'm saying, he looked a little shiftier, so it worked for him. Maybe he should, add that to his routine. Halftime, you know what I'm saying, find that favorite toilet and grab your throne.
Most of the dudes I know do that before the game. But to each his own, man. Whatever it takes to get the dub.
For real. I ain't mad at it, man. And then he came back in, fresh off the shitter and through the tub. So you say, man. Can't make this thing. You can't make these things up, man.
But yeah, all in all, though, that was an exciting game. Almost 100 points scored. This is the first week in a lot of fantasy playoffs. A lot of fantasy fates were determined by things that happened in that game. Random Willie Snead catches, Tucker with the 55-yarder. That last play, the safety, Higgins, I think they gave him the fumble. I mean, this was just a big week. Probably one of the best fantasy football weeks, definitely of the year. But maybe in the last 2-3 years, I mean, when you factor in all the variables, I mean, it was great. Like, you couldn't go to sleep on that one. If you missed it, man.
That's facts, bro. I think they set the record. They set the record most rushing touchdowns since, like, I think 1943. 9 rushing touchdowns in one game.
Yeah,
that's right. You get that when your quarterback can't throw.
Oh, I knew that was coming, man.
He needed one of those for that one, man. We gotta get him some sound effects, man.
For real.
Coming soon.
Man, you talking about the best fantasy football weekend? I didn't have no active teams. Like I feel like I missed out on all the action. No active teams, man. Officially done in the league, man. But we don't even talk fantasy football, man. But I want to say one thing that's a good feeling is when you thought that your season was over, you had no hopes for your season, and now your season has now come back to life. It's a great feeling, man. And really, that's my biggest takeaway of the season. The biggest takeaway of the weekend was the revitalization of hope in Philadelphia Eagles locker room. So we got to talk about Carson Wentz now out as a starter. Jalen Hurts in as a starter. Jalen Hurts had a respectable first game coming in and getting the dub against the New Orleans Saints, who were undefeated without Drew Brees. Finally get an L. They haven't given up a 100-yard rusher in I don't even know how many games. They gave up 2 on Sunday. Jalen Hurts, man, leading the team with a lot of confidence. I would go out on the record and I'm going to say I was very high on Jalen Hurts last year as a college football player, man. I thought he was playing outstanding for the Oklahoma Sooners. I was kind of had mixed feelings about us drafting him because I thought we were all in on Carson. But now that he's in there, man, I got to say one thing you can't teach is, bro, that confidence. And right now, Carson Wentz has none, and Jalen Hurts has a ton. The kid played incredible. I think he's just starting to get really loose, and I like what I saw in a short amount of action. What is it a coincidence that every time Carson Wentz gets pulled out of the game, the defense starts playing better, the special team starts playing better, everybody starts playing better? Why is that? I always start asking myself these questions. What makes people want to work hard for a leader? You got to have a leader that you want to run through walls for him. You know what I'm saying? Something about Carson Wentz people just must not like about the guy. People just can't seem to do that. The dude Alshon Jeffrey, bro, literally the minute Carson Wentz gets out the game, this guy starts catching touchdown passes, man. I don't get it. I don't know. But all I know is if the energy is good with Jalen Hurts, we got a dub. And I'm feeling like our season is back, possibly alive. The NFC least is still up for grabs. Right now, Washington's number 1 in the NFC least. The Giants are right there behind them. But there is a small percentage chance that the Philadelphia Eagles could win the division still. I would say that don't sleep on the Eagles for the NFC East Championship. I actually just put a little bet in. They got the 3rd lowest odds to win it. So I just put a little bet in on the Eagles to win the NFC East. Call me crazy, but I like the Eagles as a long shot to win the NFC East with Jalen Hurts as the new spark, new sizzle on the street.
Right.
On the Philadelphia griddle. Let's get it. We chopping up cheesesteak out here. Let's go, Jalen.
Okay, crazy.
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's go, Jalen.
So before I talk about Jalen, who was impressive, let me just squash your NFC East championship dreams. Y'all got to win out. Y'all got to win out to get it.
Yeah.
And you might win the next 2 games. Jalen's provided a spark, but you're going to run into Washington for that last game. And you see the way this defense is playing. Like, just kill them hopes now. Hope is a hell of a drug. Sober up, because it's not going to work out for you week 17. But focusing on Jalen Hurts, man, he was impressive. He was very impressive. I don't know if the Eagles win that game, if Drew Brees is at quarterback. Whatever juice or spark they had seemed to start to fade away slightly in the second half, but they did do enough to get the W. So Jalen Hurts, man, like you said, Scruff, it looks like the entire team has turned around. Like it seems like the Eagles I saw against the Saints were not the same Eagles that I've been watching all season. So if that quarterback change can provide momentum for the whole team, then the Eagles might actually have a shot to make a little bit of noise in this weak division come week 17. But I hate to break it to you, bro. It's not gonna work out for you.
Yeah, well, I personally, I don't know how I feel about y'all quarterback situation. That's a whole nother conversation. Well, T, what's your thoughts on Jalen Hurts, man? What's your thoughts?
Let's go by the numbers. 17 for 30 with 167. It's not very impressive. Just call it what it is. Not very impressive. And he did have 18 carries for 106 yards. So right now he's kind of looking like Lamar Jackson light. So that's better than Carson Wentz. But I kind of wanted to hit on something you said in your long soliloquy that Carson's confidence, man. And I spoke about this a while ago. I felt like Carson was kind of playing like a guy that knew he had a baller behind him. You know what I'm saying? Where some guys get competition and they gonna dig in, they gonna ball out, and then you got some guys that's gonna fold. And it appears that Carson's folded. He's lost his confidence, and that's a tough spot to be in. And I got a few suggestions, I got a few answers, but what do you guys do? You know what I'm saying? when you lose confidence in something, because that's not unique to just football or sports. You can lose confidence at work, confidence in your relationship. You can lose confidence in the bedroom. I mean, there's a lot of avenues in life you can lose confidence. And
Couldn't relate.
what do you guys do? You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. I'm being honest. What do you guys do when you're in a spot where you want to get it going, but for whatever reason it's not working? Like, how do you build back? How do you work back from that? I know I give you guys time to think and prep.
Nah, I didn't really have to think too hard about it. For me, anyway. For me, it come down to a simple place, man. And I hope Carson Wentz can get this message somewhere, and I think he'll understand this message and relate to this message. But I think when you're in a tough place like that and you feel like you just don't got the confidence no more, you got to go talk to God. Carson Wentz should definitely understand that message. You got to go talk to God first. You got to get right with him and try to figure it out. You got to get the fuck away from everybody else, man. Isolate yourself. Take your situation, because right now Carson Wentz is worried about everything else that, all the reasons that he should be failing were just so loud versus all the reasons why he could be succeeding. And it's hard to succeed in that kind of environment, And then that brings me to the next point, which is environment. A lot of times you got to detach yourself away from it, just take a look at the situation so you can rebuild yourself, get back on your feet, go back with some confidence. But sometimes it's good to just not have to fucking deal with shit anymore. Just turn the page. Sometimes you got to get a new location. You got to get a new environment. You see players that redshirt transfer end up having great careers. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes a change of scenery is a really good situation. And it takes that sometimes. So I love Carson Wentz, and I think that he can stand again as a pro. I think he's extremely talented. But I don't know if he can do it again, because doing it again and becoming the man again in a situation like Philly, where like he walks in every day to a statue of Nick Foles, his backup quarterback. Every day comes to work to a quarterback statue that's not his, and wears a ring that wasn't won by him. That hurts, man. It hurts. It hurts deep. And I think it's really messed with his psyche. And then you got the young stallion coming in ready to come take his spot, and like, the dude can't do shit right. And like, they gave him every opportunity to try to get it right, but sometimes it ain't always there.
What's Dark Sage talking about? I understand there's no argument in that tape.
Dark Sage that's clever.
Yeah. Thank you. That's sage wisdom. Sage wisdom coming from Twitch. I appreciate that. But yeah, I think you made some good points. Flipping the page, turn the page, change the scenery. I think that's a big one. Getting right with your maker, you know what I'm saying, your spiritual faith, because there ain't nothing but the devil getting them interceptions. You know what I'm saying? Because you was throwing them right. There ain't nothing but the devil. But you know what I'm saying, Rome, Bryce, y'all got any thoughts on like when you're in a tough spot and you know what I'm saying, you're not feeling quite like yourself? How do you get out of that funk?
Bryce, you want to take this?
Yeah, man. Like I guess there's a couple of different ways. I'm sure everybody probably has their own individual, method that they use to get through things. Especially, I guess we can call them funks, right? Everyone gets in a funk here and there. I think the most important part is do whatever you can to make it as temporary as possible. So some people, that's like getting their mind off it. For others, it's keeping their mind on whatever it is until it's fixed. Whatever your method is to like make it as temporary as possible. I say do that. I think it's one thing you always got to do is remind yourself of your experiences, remind yourself of your successes. You know what I mean? And rely on those to bring you confidence you've had in the past. We've all had times where we felt a ton of confidence, and we all had times where we haven't felt as confident. But when you are in those moments, try to think back to the times where you felt a ton of confidence. Don't think about why you felt that confidence and what made you feel it. Just think about the feeling. Sometimes that feeling can come back just from thinking about the feeling itself. I think sometimes when we get in funks, we focus on the funk that we're in instead of just focus on what it feels like to feel good, instead of what has to happen for you to feel good. Just focus on what it actually feels like to be feeling good,
Yeah, I like that. I like that approach. I think of confidence as almost like a scale, right? Where negative thoughts tip it one direction, positive thoughts tip it another. So when you start to feed into the negative. You start to say the negative, listen to the negative. I mean, that scale starts tipping and starts leaning. You get off kilter, you get off balance. And I think that's kind of what creates that funk. And not even just in sports. I think what you really got to do is just focus on the positive. You got to find a way to shut all that negativity out. And like you said, sometimes removing yourself from the situation. And I think we're going to talk about that a little bit later on too. But yeah, sometimes just removing yourself from the situation and believing in yourself, betting on yourself, just telling yourself, I am that guy that I know I am. And don't listen to anybody else. Go out there and play for yourself. It sounds selfish, but don't go out there and play for your teammates, man. They're going to get paid one way or another. Go out there and play for yourself. Challenge yourself. Make a throw that you would have kind of been thinking about. Nah, throw that pass and live or die with it. But that's just my take, man. I got a few other methods, but DM me or something, and I can counsel you through your situation.
Yeah, real.
Yeah, man. I think that as it pertains to Carson Wentz, though, I feel like it strikes me as a situation of if you were in a relationship with a female, and let's say you cheated, right? Like the Eagles cheated. They won the Super Bowl with Nick Foles, but then they still tried to make this relationship with Wentz work. And the truth is, it was just never going to work. You're trying to force this thing. You already did it. He can't let go of the past. He can't let go of that. And that's just how it is. So I think a change of scenery is going to be exactly what Carson Wentz needs. I think he'll be fine. I think it'll be tough, though, because they owe him a lot of money. So we'll see what happens next season, especially if Hurts ends this season well. But it'll be a real interesting situation with the Eagles. But I'm ready to talk about my biggest takeaway from the NFL weekend. And I think we all might have an idea. You see, I got the wrong gear on right here. That symbol needs to be X'd out, right? I didn't have enough time to change. But if we just take a look right here, it says 99 problems, but a nickname ain't one, right? So
hey, hold up, Ron.
I like that.
Hey,
my biggest takeaway.
Hold up, Ron. Before you get to your biggest takeaway, who wrote that sign? Like that, that's hand drawn. Like that's tough. Like who made that?
Oh, that's the wifey. Shout out the wife. Shout out the wife, Melanie.
I knew it wasn't you. I had to figure it out.
It definitely wasn't me.
That
definitely wasn't me.
A1. That is a fact.
Oh yeah, it's definitely A1. It'll be up on my Twitter page here in a little bit too. But back to my takeaway: it's the Washington football team, man. We 6-7. We're on top of the NFC East. You can call it the least all you want. It's the NFC East. We've been the whole division has been killing it this December. If you look at the win-loss record for this month, the NFC East is certainly not the least. A bunch of teams that you don't really want to play, and Washington's got to be at the top of that list. Now, I know the QB situation is a little bit murky, right? We got Alex Smith. He's got one leg. Dwayne Haskins doesn't seem to really get it yet. But what wins championships? Defense. And whose defense is playing the best right now? Right now, this second. Washington's, hands down. Hands down. Chase Young is a superstar. Nobody can deny that fact. Deron Payne is legit. John Allen is legit. Montez Sweat is legit. Cam Crow's coming up. I mean, I could go on for days about this defense. And I don't see how anyone can even disagree with it. Washington is going to be a force in the playoffs. We got Seattle this week. This would be, if the playoffs started right now, this would be the playoff game. Seattle coming to Washington. So this will be a big game. I got a lot of confidence in this team. I know Bryce does too. Scruff, I'm sure you're not a believer. T, I don't know what it's going to take to get you to be a believer. We just beat the brakes off the 49ers. I know y'all got Nick Mullins in at quarterback and all that, but
hey,
go ahead. And,
I just have one question.
Who scored on offense?
Who needed to?
Didn't need
Who needed to? Dustin Hopkins. Dustin Hopkins had 9 points on offense. And then Chase Young got a touchdown and Cam Curl.
You're going to take that to the playoffs?
Absolutely.
Dustin Hopkins.
Definitely riding that into the playoffs.
Defensive end scoring. All right. I feel you.
So who's going to be playing quarterback for y'all? Is it going to be Alex Smith or is it going to be Dwayne Haskins?
Alex Smith. Oh, is it Dwayne?
You see that 7? If Alex can't go, I'm fully confident in Dwayne doing what he needs to do to win these last 3 games. We can still make the playoffs at 8-8. Really, he just needs to win 2 out of the 3. And then
I would love to see that. Personally, in my heart of hearts, I would love to see Dwayne Haskins come back and take the Redskins back to the playoffs. But I got to go with what I've seen. And I haven't seen Dwayne Haskins lead for the Redskins to very many dubs yet. So, I'm uncertain. I think it's very uncertain. I think just like Al Gore said, I think it's very uncertain the future for right here for Washington. Unfortunately, the remaining schedule for you guys, I don't like y'all against the Seahawks this week. I'll tell you that much.
Did you like us against the 49ers? Did you like us against the Steelers?
I did, actually. If you check my pick 'em, I did pick you guys, loser. So that's what I'm saying.
Not against the Steelers.
I don't worry about your pick 'em because you're so far behind me.
Not against the Steelers. Not against the Steelers. Actually, I think I might be ahead of you now, bro.
Nah, you still behind me, bro. You catching up. You catching up. I'll give you that, but you still behind me.
People are behind me. That's all I know. Somebody on there behind me.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
I'm saying though.
Y'all remaining schedule, man. Y'all got the Seahawks, y'all got the Panthers, and y'all got us, man. The way I see it, that's not an easy schedule. It's not a gimme. Y'all might win one game out of those three. Maybe.
Nah, buddy. Nah, buddy. Definitely not, man. That's 2-1. That might be 3-0. If we beat the Seahawks,
the Eagles could go 3-0, and y'all could easily go 0-3. That's all I know.
Doubt it. If we beat the Seahawks, man, that'll be.
Y'all lose the Seahawks. After y'all lose the Seahawks, the biggest thing is if the Panthers can beat y'all. The Panthers are usually they're tough out. So if y'all end up losing them, if y'all lose to the Seahawks, which I imagine you will.
Scrap,
if y'all lose to the Panthers, y'all gonna be playing us. And if we got a 3-game winning streak, y'all not beating us.
You think Ron Rivera is gonna lose to the Panthers?
No.
He's not going to lose to the Panthers. We're not going to lose that game. If we lose the other two games, or if we lose any of the games, it won't be the Panthers game. That's for sure. We might lose to the Seahawks. That's a big maybe. But we're going to run through the Panthers and the Eagles. That's a guarantee.
You don't think that whole team wants to say a big fuck you to Ron Rivera? Yeah, all right, we'll see.
Man, I know one thing. We can't wait to play the Eagles. That's the game that we got. We can't wait for that one. That's the one we are.
That's the last thing you should be worried about, bro. Because at the very least, because the Giants could easily win this division too. And don't forget the Giants have the tiebreaker against y'all. So at the very least, y'all keep coming in with that mentality. Y'all can get chipped on the last game by Jalen Hurts. The same offense that just beat the Saints, and y'all end up missing the playoffs off y'all tiebreaker because y'all got schooled by the Giants twice this season. Twice.
Schooled?
No, we didn't get schooled.
They beat us by a total of 4 points.
They beat us by 1 point in one of the games. The other game was the final
first lesson of school. Dub is a dub.
We went for 2 instead of kicking the extra point. We went for 2 and we missed it. So we lost the game on the last play.
Hey, I know this. The Eagles are going to need Jalen Hurts' legs because we were jacking Carson Wentz up. Really, I want to take credit for Wentz's bad season. Chase Young and them boys got to him 8 times, and it's been downhill ever since.
Yeah.
They're going to do the same to the Jalen Hurts. Guaranteed.
Yeah, right.
Guaranteed.
Jalen Hurts ain't Carson Wentz, man. That man gets out the pocket. He moving. He ready to hit you. He ain't scared to get hit. That's all I know.
We'll see how that works.
That's all I know, man. But yo, I don't know. We're gonna switch gears a little bit. Talk about somebody that come and hit you. I just watching the Bucks play earlier today, man. Giannis up another 10 pounds. He up to like 260. Bowling ball, and he just signed crazy deal. I know y'all heard about it. 5 years, record $228 million for Giannis Antetokounmpo to stay in Milwaukee. A lot of people have been praising Giannis. They're saying that this is a very, very good move and a respectable move. I've seen a lot of y'all on Twitter calling it a respectable move. So, jump in. T, I know you're a Bucks fan. So,
Yes, sir. That's a major move, man. I mean, I wore a Bucks hoodie earlier today, and people was talking about that deal, but that's a statement deal. I mean, that's letting the league know that I'm not scared of y'all boys. Go link up, join up, do whatever you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Cry to get off your team, play with your best friend, whatever you got to do. I'm here, and you got to come through me, and that's just how it's gonna go. But at the same time, he's 26, soon to be 27. It's a 5-year deal. At the end of the deal, he can go chase a ring. So I don't know why people feel like Giannis will never get a ring now. I mean, it's a 5-year deal. It's not a lifetime deal. KG left. If you see my tweets, KG left. and went to the Celtics at 32, and that worked out really well for him. So Giannis got the money. Plus, I think he'll be at an age where he can still chase a ring. So, and it's good for the NBA. We need superstar athletes in small markets. We need Giannis in Milwaukee. We need Dame in Portland. Like we need LaMelo in Charlotte. Like we need these guys. So for the people crying that he didn't stay, it just doesn't do enough for basketball. So I like it. Good move. Good. Everybody wins.
You saying he can still go chase a ring like he has no shot at winning one in Milwaukee?
No.
You ain't giving him a chance?
What I'm saying is there's a lot of naysayers right now. I think he still can win a ring. I think they got rid of some guys. They bring in Drew Holiday. I like that. You're not in the bubble anymore. We'll be home and away games, hopefully. I mean, maybe we'll see the bubble again. I don't know. But I can't imagine a two-time MVP coming to the playoffs and laying an egg again. If that happens, they fire the coach and they shake things up again, and you try it again. But only one team could win. Only one team could win. So he stood 10 toes down. That's more than you can say about a lot. You know what I'm saying? A lot of your favorite players.
Oh my God. Anybody else got a comment about this mega deal?
I can't knock the deal. I like the deal. I like him staying in Milwaukee for a lot of the reasons that T said and a lot of reasons that you said, Scruff. It's a very respectable thing. After what happened in the playoffs, it'd be easy, pack up, leave, go join up with another superstar. That's what half the league is doing anyway. So I like this deal. I don't know how it's going to work out for him as far as chasing the ring with Milwaukee, but I like that he chose to stay, though. I wish a lot more NBA players would do stuff like that.
Yeah. I'm in the same boat as Rome. And you know what? I'm kind of going to piggyback off Rome, man. Like, it's risky. It's risky. It's risky when we're talking legacy and how people are judging NBA players right now at this moment. But you got to respect them for not taking the easy way out. He could have went somewhere. He could have went to Miami. He could have took a little less bread, but he took this route, secured the bag, and at the same time makes a commitment to, a sports town that doesn't always get those major market, those big time players. A lot of players have left Milwaukee, and not even in just basketball. I'm thinking to the Brewers. I'm thinking baseball. Like they have guys leave there and succeed elsewhere, and I think that's major for Giannis to stay, and maybe that can start a little trend. Because it only takes a few guys. It only takes a few guys to start doing it again, and that'll be the new norm. That'll be what's cool again. Sticking with one squad. So hopefully more guys start to do that because right now, what are we gonna have? Giannis, maybe let's say he finishes his career with Milwaukee. Maybe we'll have Steph. I mean, who else are we gonna have that like really played their whole career with one team in the NBA? Maybe we'll have Steph and Clay.
Maybe Dame. We'll see.
Dame, hopefully. It looked like Dame might stay. I mean, that's not like back in the day, man, dudes was like their name was etched in stone on these teams. Even if they did leave, they weren't leaving until they were far past their prime.
Yeah.
Where it was like you didn't even notice them leaving. It was retire or leave type of thing, Like I don't know, man. Times have changed, man. Times have changed.
I think it's bogus. But that's my personal. I think that people like try to romanticize these concepts of these players and these teams, and like it's very romantic, from a player perspective. Oh yeah, you're a superstar, and you have ability to choose when you have the leverage until you don't, and that's not very romantic, is it? You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it is, and that's really what it is. Like if a player don't got it no more, there's no romantic. Oh yeah, you done played so hard for us. Nah, like you're not on that level no more. You're not getting a deal.
I mean, but isn't that part of what makes that deal so respectable? Because you're kind of giving away some of your leverage, right? Like you kind of doubling down and betting on yourself. A wise man once told me, it's my younger brother. He said, "Man, if you look through life, a lot of times the easiest decisions were decisions that weren't the right decisions. You know what I'm saying? Typically, you got to, go the hard way. But
that's very true.
Hey, I want to touch on something real quick because I was listening to last week's show, right? And Bryce brought up a point about Scruff being a Philly fan and how Philly fans are tossing away Carson Wentz and stuff like that. And then T later on in the show brought up a point about how DC fans can be too loyal to certain players. And as I listen to you guys right now, that's the kind of vibe I'm getting. I'm getting, Nick doesn't really like this romanticizing and stay with one team. And like once you're done, he's ready to move on. He's ready to just kick you to the curb. So those are the kind of vibes I'm getting right now.
Nah. It's not about that to me. It's what I'm saying is when a player decides to make a choice, they get vilified, right? When LeBron left the Cleveland Cavaliers, people were burning his jersey, right? Why do players get vilified for making a life decision? That's my problem. But teams make business decisions all the time and literally be like, nah, dude, you ain't it no more. You're out of here, dude. Like, it's time for you to call it a career, bro. That's it. It happens all the time, bro. So like, it's not fair. It's a double standard. Plus also like, I think people don't realize like, man, all right, people get like, all right, LeBron, bro, it's a personal decision. Like, look, Rome, you could go to college and be like, hey, look, I went to college. I wanted to be I don't know, a doctor, Man, I wanted to practice, or I want to be a lawyer. I want to practice law in California. You have that choice, bro. You have that choice. You can do that, right? No one's going to criticize you. But, Rome, you got your undergrad in Kentucky. You're supposed to stay at Kentucky, man. You're supposed to stay true to Kentucky. Like, that wasn't real. That wasn't, that wasn't very loyal of you, Rome. Like,
well,
like, you know what I'm saying?
Did Kentucky draft me though? Did they choose me?
No, I'm just saying though.
Were they like,
you should stay. You should have stayed. Oh, James Harden. I'm gonna bring up James Harden. James Harden. Oh, he should have stayed with the Thunder. Like, first of all, like, dude, he got traded from the Thunder. You know what I'm saying? Oh, because he didn't want to resign. Now he's like, I don't want to play for the Rockets no more. Peace. I'm done, is what he said. I don't want to play for the Rockets no more. It's not personal. I'm just done. I want to play for these teams on the East Coast. Bro, he want to move to the East Coast. That's his personal decision, bro. That's his MO. I don't got no problem with it, bro. Just like I decided, I'm moving from here to here. I'm moving from here to here. I had a friend just move to Atlanta, for personal decisions. Like, it's first. You can do that in any career. In sports, you can't do that. If you do that, you're vilified. And most of the time in a players literally will angle their whole career to move across the country. Like, Kawhi's been trying to move to the LA his whole career since he got drafted. That's where he's from. All he wanted was play in LA. He had to angle it for 6 years, and he still had to dump a team. And then people still look like, they dumped him. He just wanted to chip with him and left him. Just dumped him. Dumped the Raptors. Oh, vilify these guys for making life decisions. Like, yo, Rome, if you moved to California, I'd be like, God bless you, dude. I wouldn't vilify you. Oh, Rome, man, you should stay local to the local UPS branch right here, man. Right here in VA,
East
bro.
Coast, man. I'm East Coast for life, man. Bro. East Coast for life, bro.
I'm just saying, man, like, it's not fair, bro. We vilify these players all the time, bro, for making life decisions. I don't know if it's fair. Like, like Giannis, people saying like, Giannis is commendable because he's staying, and then they vilifying Harden for leaving. But like, I actually applaud Harden for making decisions. Like, look, I don't want to be here no more for whatever reason. Like, bro, maybe his girl doesn't like Houston no more. Like, is that not fair enough reason for him to want to move? Like, I think
not
it is.
Really. I mean, I don't know if that is a fair. I understand where you're coming from. I don't know if that specific reason is fair enough.
It's a weak reason.
I think it goes on how you go about it, right? If you're like, I signed this contract with Houston, but my girl says she want to live in New York, so we peacing out. Nah, bro, like, you're on Houston, and if we don't want to trade you to New York because your girl wants to move, then we're not trading you because your girl wants to move. Like, so it depends on how you go about it.
Yeah. I think y'all
troubling though.
But y'all making some good points though, Scrub. You got a good angle right now, Scrub, and I feel you. I feel you to a certain degree, man. It's like, you should have some sort of say in where you live and what you the things you do. But at the end of the day, if your job entails it also is a flip side, right? Your job entails playing basketball for an organization, right? When you first get drafted, you don't have a choice of who you play for. So your job is play for whoever drafts you. You don't have to have your house in that city. You know what I mean? It's really up to you. Like, you get a huge contract. You got enough money to fly back to wherever you want to fly back to every night. So you can live wherever. Just come, make sure you're there for practice. Make sure you're there for the games. You want to live in LA so bad, live in LA, live wherever. You know what I mean? So I see the flip side too. But I don't know. I guess it's just no pride taken in starting in one of these small teams to turn around. No, especially when these guys turn around. Like, you know, I feel for OKC because like they turn that whole thing around. You know what I mean? And you would think that like somebody would have wanted to stick that out and see it to the very end of their career. You know, it just didn't work out there.
But that's also why I'm saying like staying in a small market helps everybody, man. It helps the league, helps the city. I mean, what else do they got in Wisconsin? Cheese and Aaron Rodgers. So you know what I'm saying. Having Giannis really helps the economy. But I feel you about Harden. I mean, if somebody was in a relationship, right, and I didn't even say relationship. Let's say you're in a job because that's what it is. You're in a job. If your friend told you like, this job wasn't working for me, I know it paid well, and yada yada, but I'm happy somewhere else, you would applaud him, right? You would be happy for him. But that so I feel you. That's kind of not how it goes in the NBA. But heavy is the head that wears the crown, man. And he was the king of Houston, and the king just took his crown off and kicked it. You know what I'm saying? That's not going to go over well. I mean, just being realistic, that's not going to go over well.
Let me just point out your own behavior within the conversation and context of the conversation we were just having. You just said, I'm not going to compare it to a relationship because that was your default, was to compare it to a relationship. And that's romanticizing to a fucking definition. I'm not going to compare it to a relationship. I'm compare it to a job because that's what it is. That's the problem. Everybody wants to compare NBA team. Oh, you just broke up with me. LeBron left and went to South Beach. Sure, he broke up with me. Nah, man. He made a business decision, man. Get over it.
But the thing is, man. He did not make a business decision.
People was mad at KD. People was slandering my boy KD. My man can't even go on Twitter in peace. Can't even roll in peace. You know, can't do nothing.
But the KD left though. You know what I'm saying? Harden is under contract. Harden came in, got a black coach. They brought in players to help him, and he said, he out of shape. I don't know if y'all seen him tonight.
Oh my God!
He looked like he Paul Pierce size. You know what I'm saying? You know how Paul Pierce put on weight after Mazzino poked him up? That's how Harden look now. He look real doughy. You know what I'm saying? He looked like if you bump into him, he gonna absorb you. Like
he was looking like Jason Peters a little bit. He was looking like Jason Peters.
Yeah, he don't want to be there. The problem is
he gonna absorb you.
Like KD left to chase a ring. He had that opportunity. Harden is trying to force
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He shouldn't have had to do that. He should have had to do that.
This is like you coming to work and slapping over the coffee machine. Like nobody drinking coffee today. Like I hate this place. Like you're a disgruntled employee. You're making everybody else's life miserable to get what you want.
That's facts, bro. That's facts. And you know what? Is Harden even doing it to chase a ring? You just made me think so. Like KD did it to chase a ring, and I respect that because that's really a baller. That's a baller mentality. But at this point, I'm not sure if Harden's doing it to chase a ring or if he's doing it just to like feel good about the place he's in at this point. I don't know.
Bro, that's not enough reason. Like, come on, bro. You're spending your better half of your career. You're spending your best years like away at organization. Then you feel like, oh, this organization can't do enough to get over the hump. And they just changed their whole front office. Then they brought in this coach. You don't really like the coach. This is what Harden said. He said the last straw was when they hired the coach that they hired. He was like, all right, well, yeah, I'm really not fucking with y'all now. You know, Daryl Morey was like one of the most well-respected general managers in the league. He bounces. He's over here in Philly. You know, like I understand, bro. I understand. It's a dysfunctional organization, bro.
All right, one last counterpoint to Scruff. So I understand what you're saying about romanticizing it and all that, right? But the thing is, right, so let's put yourself in this position. Let's say you're a Houston Rockets fan. You've been a Houston Rockets fan your whole life. It's in your family. Your dad was a Houston Rockets fan. Your mama was a fan. Everybody a fan. Y'all get James Harden comes to Houston, right? Y'all are excited as hell. Everybody in the family got jerseys. The baby got a jersey. The dog got a little jersey on. You got James Harden mugs. Like they sell all these things. Like they want you to romanticize about it. They want you to buy into these players when they come to your city. So when you do that, and then they decide, me and my girl want to live in LA, peace. Everybody gonna be mad at you. Like, okay, like I just spent all this money buying your jersey, supporting you, going to these games, all this, and you just like, oh yeah, peace. Like the biggest problem is it's not even that it's disrespectful to the teammates or the coaches. It's a big F you to the fans. And that's where I always have issues with these players just moving when they want to move. And I get it. I get it to an extent. You have rights as a human to do what the hell you want, but it's the way that you go about it. You know what I mean? John Wall left DC, and it wasn't under his choice, but he gave a nice little Twitter thank you, like something that the fans could at least appreciate. I don't think James Harden is going to do that for anybody in Houston.
Man, that's facts, man. Because these dudes' job, at the end of the day, yes, their job is to play basketball, but their ultimate job is to entertain the people. Like their job is not to play basketball over entertain the people, because the people aren't entertained. There is no job playing basketball. You know what I mean? So like, I think this is a fine line with people's feelings, because at the end of the day, people are there to be entertained, and they want to be entertained by who they want to be entertained by. Like you just mentioned, we saw with John Wall leaving Washington, D.C., the way people acting, you would thought John Wall had 3 chips on his belt. Like people acting like he brought home the big trophy. You know what I mean? He ain't bring home the Larry O. So it's just like I don't know. I don't know where the loyalty comes from sometimes. Sometimes you can't see the business move, but hey, business is business. It is what it is, man.
Business is business, bro. It's strictly financial, bro. It's one of the, I don't even know whose bar that is, but that's a bar. Speaking of bars, we're going to switch gears again. I'm swerving on y'all a little bit, but I'm going to talk about Lil Wayne, yo. I want what y'all think about this. Little cross section, bro. But Lil Wayne just sold all his masters, bro, to back to Universal Records for $100 million. Apparently, he's gotten in some trouble with the law as well, and I guess he needed the money. What do y'all think about Lil Wayne selling his masters collection for $100 million? I think it's selling himself short, big time. I don't know what y'all think about that.
If you notice, I'm looking on the floor right now. I was trying to find one of my 2-year-old's toys of a clown, because that's what Lil Wayne is, in my opinion, for doing that. I think it's ridiculous. I don't want to trash Lil Wayne. I'm not going to act like I'm not a fan. He has a nice collection of hits that you'll see me bumping, regardless of how he acts in his personal life. But him selling his masters, to me, goes right along with taking a picture with Donald Trump. You did that for the check. Like, there's money involved in those things. And I just feel like Lil Wayne even said it when he was jumping on everybody's features. Like, he's a whore. Like, he does things for money. And we can say, you're hustling, you're getting your paper, whatever. Like, cool. Like, you're a sellout at the same time, though. Like, you do a lot of shit that's just for money, and there's no real substance behind it. But that's my take on Lil Wayne. I'm going to let y'all go ahead and jump in.
Damn, Rome. I didn't know you had that pent up aggression towards my man Weezy F Baby. Man.
I don't even dislike Weezy, man. Like, I love the Drought 3, the Drought 2, all of it, all his mixtapes, the albums, the Carters. I fuck with it, man. But like, if I separate the music from the man, do I really do I really care for Dwayne Carter, the person? Like, I'm not entirely sure.
Nah, I feel you, man.
I mean, I don't know. I feel you on that, but I hate to see any artist, any creator just giving up their work like that. It just hurts. Just from the value standpoint of owning your own shit. It just hurts. I hate to see him go out like that and just get pimped out by a major label like that. It's just really sad. Honestly, it's really sad.
I think sometimes we see successful people in general across all fields and kind of want to associate that with being smart or being clever, you know what I'm saying? Just being quick, just being, sound-minded. Outside of making music, I don't know if I've really seen that from Lil Wayne, period. So this move doesn't really surprise me. He fought. This is the crazy part. Artists are fighting labels. They're suing. They're doing all sorts of stuff. They'll stop making music. They'll put out a bunch of garbage songs. They're trying anything to get their masters. And Wayne was one of those artists, right? He had to beg and plead. He finally got his masters from Birdman, and now he's selling them. It kind of just reeks of desperation. He obviously needs the money. Like Rome said, he got the check from Trump. I just saw that he got sued by like a former manager or something. Like, he's in a bad place financially. To make a move like that, is just like I said, it reeks of desperation. So hopefully, whatever he's going through, I know he has charges. He pleaded guilty to something where he's facing potentially 10 years. It's not in a good place right now. You know what I'm saying? He's not in a good place. So, hopefully he figures it out. But selling those masters is a horrible idea. I feel like that kind of takes away from your generational wealth, right? Because $100 million can go. We can spend $100 million. That only lasts as long as you spend it. Those masters, people are going to be sampling Lil Wayne songs. You know what I'm saying? Our kids are going to be listening to songs that, the Carter, and we like, dang, where I know that from? Oh, that's Fireman. Oh, that's Birdman Show You. Like, they're going to be sampling these songs, and he won't profit. Ray Janae won't profit. Her kids won't profit. And in the Black community, we, you know what I'm saying, especially on the Twitters, we talk a lot about generational wealth, and $100 million does give you generational wealth if you manage it correctly. But you stood to make more than $100 million. So, you know what I'm saying, it was really subtraction by addition. Like that's kind of what it boils down to.
The fact that he's even in this situation kind of proves that he doesn't manage his money well.
Right.
Man, let me play devil's advocate a little bit. I do agree with some of what y'all saying. It is sad to see where Wayne is right now. And the move does, I'm not gonna say it reeks of desperation, but you can smell it a little bit. And
you can smell it like you can smell Lamar.
But right. But on the flip side, let's keep it 100, man. Let's keep it 100 million. All right. A lot of people not gonna see 100 million in their lifetime. In fact, 99% of the world's population not gonna see 100 million in their lifetime. Actually, it's over 99%. I don't know that exact percentage, but I guarantee you they're not gonna see it. You know what I mean? So we're talking about $100 million. There's 100 million ways that you can double and quadruple $100 million. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have that type of money, you don't got to be the biggest genius in the world to make $100 million generational wealth. I'm just, like, you can give it to a money manager, literally, and if you find the right one, they're gonna bring you money. They're gonna bring you ROI every year. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying, I don't want to just like crucify him for selling his masters for $100 million, because I don't know what his plan is for the 100 mil. And you guys know me. I let everyone prove themselves first. So I'll be waiting to see what he's gonna do with the 100 mil. Like T said, he's involved in the case. You gotta have some money to pay that. You know what I mean? He's probably about to go get the best lawyers for that. So, I wish him the best. I do miss mixtape Weezy though, man. Bring the old Weezy back, man.
Yeah, we missed the old Weezy, man. It ain't nothing like that era.
This the whole thing about it, right? Like, who you are is the exact product of your past behavior, your past actions. You know what I'm saying? Mixtape Weezy is why we have current Weezy. You know what I'm saying? to be Weezy now, you had to be Weezy then. We need a new Weezy. We need, you know what I'm saying, somebody more of sound mind, you know what I'm saying, less lean and, you know what I'm saying, more good judgment.
Yeah. The thing about Weezy is they already used him up. They already used this best. Yeah. Just like I said about you talking about franchise, you talking about romanting a franchise player and organizations and whatnot. That's exactly what these organizations do to players. Same thing that Cash Money Records did to Lil Weezy. They strung my man out. They milked him for every song he had. They worked him like a fucking slave. He worked end to end, hour to hour, drugs on drugs, drugs on drugs on drugs. They hoard him out on the stage on the regular. They put him on every tour, every feature, left and right. The dude didn't stop working for the entire intake, and it was literally the entire time he was going. They gave him the best years of his life, and then they sold him back. They took it back, and $100 million is a lot of money. It's more than most people will ever see in their life. But at the same time, Universal Records is going to make that $100 million 100 times over. I guarantee it. His collection is absurd.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what's crazy, right? Because like I said, I really feel like it reached a desperation because to get to this point, Wayne has a lot of industry connections, man. And I would assume that the way some of these people talk about him, 2 Chainz, Drake, Nicki, you should be able to lean on them for $1 million, $2 million, maybe even $3 million. Drake got it, Nicki got it. 2 Chainz might toss you $1 million. And the fact that you had to sell your masters. You know what I'm saying? This was not a good business decision. I can't understand outside of I need this huge lump sum right now to help me. I can't understand it. It goes against everything that other artists are doing and working for. So that's you know what I'm saying. Score one for whoever got the masters, man. That was you got them for cheap, man. You got them for low. That's a crackhead price.
Yeah, man. We're talking about Lil Wayne, bro. Like, there's no way that he got the right value for his masters, bro. Like, that's crazy. Like, he shouldn't have done this.
No, I agree. 100% he shouldn't have done it, but I don't know, man. I don't know the numbers, the rate on masters. You know what I mean? I don't know how that works. I don't know how long it takes to make 100 million off masters, no matter how great your collection is. But I guarantee you, it's not 5 years to make 100 million off masters. You know what I mean? It's probably more like 50, 60 something. You know, it's probably some years to make 100, get to 100 million. That doesn't mean that he made a smart, investment with that. It's still not a smart investment by any means. But what he did essentially was the cash out option. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you hit the lotto and they ask you if you want to get paid weekly or if you want to just go ahead and cash that whole thing out. A lot of people gonna cash that thing out, bro. Like some people gonna be like, "Nah, I'll let it get paid weekly. My kids can get paid weekly and all that." Some people gonna say, "Nah, give me that 100 million, and I'm gonna do what I do with it." You know what I mean?
Right.
That's
how you look at it too.
If you look at it, I guarantee you that's how he's looking at it. I guarantee you that's how he's looking at it.
So we're talking about Lil Wayne, man. Let's talk about this mixtape. What y'all think about that? No Ceilings.
Oh man, I got through about 2 tracks, bro.
It's all right. It's nice. It's not great. The best song on there is it's because of Drake. Drake makes it the best song on there.
It sounds like a mixtape of a guy who just sold his masters because he really needs the money.
It's some because the new joint ain't bringing in no money.
Yeah, that's really the problem, bro. Like I feel like he sold his masters because he knows that we'll never see that Lil Wayne, that Dedication 3 Lil Wayne, that Dedication 2. We're not gonna get the No Ceilings Lil Wayne. We're not gonna get those tracks.
Hold up, for a point of reference, right? Taylor Swift masters were, bought for $300 million.
Right. Now her masters probably, in the grand scheme of things, are probably gonna be worth a little more than Wayne's.
3 times Wayne?
Yeah, you wouldn't think 3 times. But
she doesn't have as much work.
She's relevant.
Yeah.
Very, very relevant.
She doesn't have as much work, man.
I mean, I don't know if it's true. I heard rumors back in the day that Jay-Z sold Kanye's masters to buy back his own. So, but that just kind of shows you how important that the masters are to people.
Yeah, people have allegedly screwed other people over to get their masters, which is why this is a head scratching move by Lil Wayne. But he does head scratching moves all the time.
When your head look like that, you're gonna do a lot of head scratching.
I don't know if anybody was touching that Dedication 3 Wayne, though. I don't know, man.
Dedication 3 or Drought 3?
Both.
Ooh, both. Yeah. Ooh.
Both the 3s.
I don't know. I think I personally lean towards Drought 3.
Yeah, some of them songs on both those mixtapes, I never even learned the real lyrics to the real song because that's how much.
Drought 3 Sky's the Limit? Is that the Mike Jones?
Yeah.
That's the one.
Nah, facts though. Like the whole time I was listening to John, and somebody was like, "Yo, heard the song called? I think it's called Zoom." And I'm like, "No, I never heard that shit." And I'm like, I was like, "Oh, you mean Boom?" He was like, "Nah, it's called Zoom." And I was like, "What?" I thought it was called Boom this whole time, like because Wayne said, "Man, that bitch go boom." Boom. I was just like, okay, that's how I know it, But certain song made a classic.
Hey, let me hear that again. We might just sign you to Gas Records. Let me hear that again. Boom, boom, boom.
Man, that bitch go boom.
Hey,
we signed you to Gas Records.
Wayne literally made Wasted for he made that song pop for a year and a half longer than it should have popped for.
Facts. I never even knew the fucking lyrics to the real Ice Cream Paint Job, bro.
Facts. Swag surfing,
Hold on. Lil Wayne. The original Swag Surfing. Come on, man. That's
Yeah,
that's a,
but
Nah,
but
what I'm
Wayne
saying though,
killed
but the
that
Wayne,
joint
Wayne,
still,
Wayne put the
bro.
lyrics on that shit that they never had.
look, man.
Oh, let's do
Wayne
it.
Wayne
Oh,
been
let's do
killing
it.
stuff since
The
Squad
no
Up
ceiling.
mixtape.
Oh, let's do it.
Yeah, the oh let's do it. Oh man, bruh. I started fucking with Waka just because of that.
He said, "Lock the CEO up, and I'm the
I'm the
CEO."
CEO.
Fuck.
Fuck. Oh, bruh.
That was my God. That's my God.
Hey,
All
my
I know
final
is,
takeaway from this, man, is like it's forever stupid for him to sell his masters. Cause I started this thing off saying that he was a clown, but I was still listening to this man's music. My first concert was Lil
it's
Wayne,
great.
bro. Like,
Yeah.
I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed.
I'm
That's
gonna
really
never
what it
stop.
comes
I'm
down
gonna
to.
never stop. I'm gonna never stop listening to Wayne music. And then the thing is, when I listen to it in bunches. Like I was listening to Me and My Drank the other day, and then it got me on the tangent. I was listening to Pussy Money Weed, and I was like, oh man, that was slept
That's my
on
shit.
track. Slept on track, man. So many timeless tracks, bro.
I'm gonna push this thing forward a little bit more. Like I'm gonna tell you why it really blew me that like he sold these masters for, you know what I'm saying, for so cheap. Like I was having a conversation earlier with a coworker, an Asian guy, to be honest with you, and it kind of came up. He mentioned like the Hiltons, Kardashians, but it kind of came up like, where is the black royalty? You know what I'm saying? Like as far as the families go, where's the black royalty? And not saying that Wayne and Ray Janae is black royalty, but potentially, you know what I'm saying, that money is what creates that you know what I'm saying, them families where that wealth just it trickles down to more and more money. You know what I'm saying? And
Diddy and them
honestly,
doing a good job, I'd say.
honestly, what do we have? You know what I'm saying? Oprah doesn't have kids. Tyler Perry doesn't have
The
kids.
Carters.
We got the Carters. We got the Obamas. We got
Just
the Jameses. We got LeBron James family.
You know, one thing I feel you on
What
that.
Diddy and his
I think
kids?
we definitely got families, and thing about it is the real money you know usually don't know their names. Like how about how many kids that donated all that bread to Morehouse? How many kids he got? I don't know, but he went in there and gave everybody pay for everybody's college. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm not saying we don't have rich black people or wealthy black people, right? But what I'm saying is we don't have generations of wealth where that the entire family, you look upon them differently. You know what I'm saying? Like the Kennedys. Like we don't have that yet. And to build that, it takes a lot of money.
Yeah, we also were set back. You know what I'm saying? When the Kennedys
that's true.
Kennedys
But
were making their reign, we still had separate water fountains. You know?
no, but right.
Yeah, not to mention
with
like
all
the
challenges
Tulsa
we have
massacre and
faced
shit
and
like
still
that.
face, right, as a people. That's why when you see these business decisions go this way, the irresponsibility, you know what I'm saying, it just hits a little harder.
yes.
You know what I'm saying? If this was MGK or Eminem, I would not care. You know what I'm saying? But when you see a black guy he's amassed all this success. He's been on First Take. You know what I'm saying? He's been in a lot of places that a lot of people don't get access to.
He got the theme song for Undisputed.
That's what I'm saying. And to see him in a situation where he looks desperate, it just kind of it just hit a little different. You know what I'm saying? To me,
It leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I feel you, bro. I feel you. It just feels like, what's my man look like? Look like some gum. I just got chewed up, spit out all the fucking time.
Yeah.
It makes me sick. Like, to be honest, yeah. Nah, I'm serious. Like he got
my man Bryce had to
bro.
take a
Like
seat.
he got milked out.
No,
He got milked out.
because
Like a towel, you know? When you're wringing a towel out, you just keep wringing that shit out. And just like they done
Bryce said,
out. He's over there like, seriously though.
I feel what y'all are saying, man. I feel y'all 100%. Like, you know, it is tough because I think the perception of things is that, you know, there is, you know, black wealth and black wealth's not building. You know what I'm saying? When in fact is and you know, since for some time now has been on I guess we had some years with the you know the Great Recession where it dropped off, right? A few years, but it's
been about Jeezy album.
No. I'm talking about the Great Recession.
Because as far as I know, black wealth has you know what I'm saying, it's risen at the same rate as white wealth. And when you're behind in a race, running the same speed really doesn't help.
Right. But you know, it's time to stop looking at it, in my opinion, as a race. You know what I mean? We're not in a race with anybody. We're in a building mode for ourselves. You know, and as long as we're still comparing ourselves to anybody, especially to anyone that's had an unbelievable head start, that has had unbelievable playing field, It just doesn't equate, you know. So I mean, personally, I try to not to compare when it comes to that, you know, and we got to compare ourselves to ourselves. Are we doing better than we did last year? Are we doing better than we did the year before? You know, and I think I still agree with I do agree with you. You know, we need more black wealth, but I think that also starts with, you know, with us as individuals on the individual level, contributing to black wealth. You know, and that starts with y'all watching this show.
Yes.
Right. Bring it back full circle. That starts with, you know what I'm saying, the viewers out there invested in, I mean, not even necessarily us, but investing in people that look like you. You know what I'm saying? Investing in people that can relate to your experiences and not always seeking out what's popular. You know what I'm saying? What's pop culture, what you're conditioned to watch. You know what I'm saying? We got a little deep, but I'm gonna get a little deeper.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Get deeper. Get deeper.
Nah, go get deeper. Get deeper. Go ahead.
Well, get deeper.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, bro. Do what
you do?
Yeah, I had 10 cents. But look, no, I was gonna change the subject just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? If you've been on Twitter, you've seen this date trending, December 21st. And it's a big date for a lot of different reasons. One, the Mayans predicted the end of the world was on December 21st. That didn't happen, but that, you know, the calendar ran out. It happens. Calculator ran out of batteries. Two, it's the first day of winter. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people's favorite season, favorite time of the year. Three, T Boogie, man, it's your boy's birthday. You know what I'm saying? I'm turning the big KD, man, the 3-5. I know I don't look a day over 21. Don't let the bid fool you. But yeah, it's 35 out here for me. And the biggest reason is, and I hope you guys are ready for this. According to let's just call her a Twitter prophet, you know what I'm saying? She prophesied in a tweet that on December 21st this year, black people will be, you know, people of color will be gaining their superpowers.
It's lit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's lit. It's lit. We getting our powers. And I don't know what y'all want for y'all powers, but matter of fact, I want to know what y'all want for y'all powers.
Come on, so you get powers on your birthday, bro?
I mean, not just me.
I didn't want that since I was like 5 years old.
Not just happened to be T's birthday.
It just happened. You know what I'm saying? It didn't just happen. It's no coincidence in life.
We were just talking about how the playing field's been uneven for us. With being black about to pay off.
You know what I'm saying?
You wake up flying. Hold up.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out. Kanye said no one man should have all that power. So we all getting powers. And Scruff, I know you big on the powers. You talked a little bit off air. And if you went on December 21st, man, what would you like to happen?
Oh man, I would be so ready for this, bro. Like I've been preparing my whole life for this day. So when I seen it, I was like, "What's everybody talking about? Everybody talking about getting their powers together." And I start digging deeper and digging deeper. And I start digging in the story, and I'm like, "All right, bet I can get with it." So like, here's my thing. My superpower that I would pick. It's gonna sound lame, but like when I explain all the things you could do with it, you're gonna be like, "Wow, okay, you can do a lot with it." So just like the Flash, I would want to move at super speed. Right? Not just because I want to run fast. Like, that's corny. Like, I don't even care about running fast. Like, I'll run. You could beat me in a race for all I care. That's not why I want to run fast. I want to run fast because I will never pay gas money ever again. Never pay tolls again. I would never have to go on a bus, plane, any public transportation ever again. I just zoom. I'm out. You feel me? I'm out. Period. Also, I can move so fast that I could time travel. You feel me? You move that fast, you can time travel. You feel me? Rupture a hole in the space-time continuum. You feel me? I'm out to like 1970. I'm smoking weed with the hippies. I'm out to 2008. I'm at the Obama inauguration. Just cuz. You feel me? Bryce said he want pineapple in this pizza, so we just went and pulled up to a pizzeria in Hawaii. We out. Shorty said she want chicken parm. We out here in Italy. Leaning Tower of Pizza. What's goody? You feel me?
Yeah,
we getting motherfucking sushi in Japan right now with some of our loyal listeners that are listening right now. You know what I'm saying? The possibilities are endless, bro, when you can run at super speed. Also, when you can run at super speed, people want to be invisible. I'm not really that nosy. People that want to be invisible, I think, are nosy. All right. So me, I don't want to be that nosy, but if I really want to be that nosy, I can move around the room so quickly that you can't see me. And that's almost like being invisible. So like, yo, super speed covers me on all bases. I've always been a brother that's been late to things. No, I wouldn't be late no longer. I'll pull up whenever you need me, man. Let me know. I'll deliver a gas hat to your front door instantaneously. How about that? How about that for Instacart?
I mean, I feel you.
My rating on Uber Eats.
The homie Einstein might disagree. His theory of relativity said, you know what I'm saying, the faster you go, the heavier you get. So eventually you'll slow down. So I don't know if you ever gonna get the light speed to rip through space time and all that, but that's a good power. You know what I'm saying? If you can get some fresh pineapples for that Hawaiian pizza, I'm with it. I don't got to go to Lido's no more.
Yeah, Lido's is good though. I ain't gonna lie. I'd take a trip to Lido's from Jersey right now if I could.
Right.
Yeah, dog. Matter of fact, Lido's closed about an hour ago. I'm gonna have to time travel back to get it.
I thought your superpower would have been the morph into an eagle, or maybe a definite eagle because you're in Jersey. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Fly.
But Bryce, what's your superpower, man? Like you got a superpower. You ready for in the 21st? You seem like the Lex Luthor type. Like you want to think.
Nah, I'm much simpler than that when it comes to superpower, man. All I want to do is fly. That's about it.
That's it.
I prefer not to have wings sprout out of my back. You know what I'm saying? It would be nice. It would be nice if I could just fly off the strength of my mental. You know what I'm saying? That would be nice, but flying would definitely be it for me. Man, sometimes like I'm in traffic. I'm like, I wish I could have had a bird's eye view of all of this. You know, I could just look down on all this and laugh at them all. Look at you in traffic. Yeah, nah, man. Flying is definitely be it for me. You know, I take a lot of flights. Wouldn't have to worry about, airfare. Oh yeah, which y'all flying? First class, Spirit? Oh, okay. I'll meet y'all there. Yeah, I'll be there. Yeah, I'll be up. Y'all see me pull up. I land right there. That was the flight. That's how the flight was. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I saw y'all up there. I was gonna stop.
So
yeah, definitely flying.
So on December 21st, you want to be Meteor Man.
Yeah, nah, that's man. More like the pops from Up in the Way. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yo, bro. Bro, I was literally just Googling them, bro.
I can't remember what his name was. They just gave you my man. I don't know if y'all watched The Boys, but Homelander's powers is about it, man. Homelander's basically Superman, for real. But Homelander's a dog. That's the one y'all should check out too if y'all fan of the superpowers, fan of the superheroes. The Boys is. I'm giving Amazon free pub right now, but The Boys is definitely a hit.
Nah, that's definitely legit, man. That boy Homelander, man. He different, man. He different. It go to show you just having powers ain't the be all end all, man. He a little messed up in the head, but that is a good show, entertaining. What about you, Ro? I know you're a comic book guy, right?
Yeah, man. It's tough, man, because like it's so many different powers, like so many different dope heroes. I don't know which. If I had my choice, I don't know what I would really choose, man. But I probably go with like Wolverine, like the healing ability. Like I'm a bit of a shit talker. So like if I get in like some shit at the bar, niggas pull out them straps. I want to be able to just take the bullets, bro. Like I want to think like, oh shit, them niggas shot me. I'm good. What's up? You know what I'm saying? I want to be like, yeah, because he don't die. Like he lives for a really long time. You give him. I would be the cure to Corona. You know what I'm saying? Like my man just heals from everything. Like just take my blood, fix cancer. That's what I would do because I feel like that's the gift that could keep giving. So if I had a power like that where I could just heal instantaneously, that'd be where I'm at with it.
That's a good power, man. I didn't even think about that one. You know what I'm saying? I thought about all the power.
A little bit.
You know what I'm saying? Because if Scruff is running around, he runs into anything. So
it could be fucked up.
It's almost a wrap.
But I did say I wanted the Flash's powers, and technically the Flash can regenerate. But you know,
I feel like a torn ACL could eliminate your power.
Twisted ankle gonna fuck you up.
A hammer, you out.
The Flash actually has healing ability because he has
questionable
for
the next mission.
It's sped up healing. You feel me? But you know.
Carson Wentz
superheroes go on IR too.
Yeah, we don't need that. Man. I feel you. I'm like Wolverine. Like you just want built-in knives in your hands? Like, are you serious?
I would take that too, though. I would take that too because I'm aggressive as hell, and I feel like I stab the shit out of somebody.
Somebody needs saving.
Knives in my hand.
Somebody needs saving. They call Scruff and like, oh no, sorry, he's doubtful for today's mission. He didn't practice this week. Impede. Can't run.
Man, pulled the hammy, bro.
I mean, so I thought for a while about all these powers because I never really wanted no powers, man. I felt pretty powerful most of my life, thankfully. But when I thought about it, I said mind control, man. I want to be able to, you know what I'm saying? Scruff, where you going? Stop right there. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Bryce, come down here real quick. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of want to be able to control other people to kind of eliminate their powers because it might get hectic on December 21st. It might. I would imagine if my wife get the power to read minds, I'm going to have to be able to stop her. So I need a power to offset some other powers. So you know what I'm saying? I want to be able to control some people. But
T, that is the superpower choice of a villain, bro.
That is.
You
need
so
villainous, bro.
The greatest heroes have, you know what I'm saying, good foes, good villains. So, you know, the power ain't even worthwhile if it ain't nothing to, you know what I'm saying, no challenges.
Such a villainous choice, bro. Such a villainous choice, man. Hey, somebody gotta be the bad guy, man. That's cool, bro.
I mean, bad, good, it's all perspective. When you get old enough, you realize that.
That's the facts, though, bro. Because I was thinking about if I led this topic, I'm gonna be like, would you be a villain or would you be a bad guy? I mean, a good guy. And I'd be like, well, honestly, it kind of depends on who you are, you know? Because some people might look at, Robin Hood like he was a bad guy.
If I wake up on the 21st and I have superpowers, once I figure them bitches out, I'm not putting on tights and saving people, bro. I'm looking out for me, bro. My bank account gonna go up. I'm telling you that now.
The bad part is you kind of got to take an L to figure out that you can heal.
Yeah, that is the bad part. I'm gonna have to get hit by a bus.
You walking around like I might not be black,
right? Like what the fuck is my power, bro?
Facts. You have to basically like die, really.
Hey, I know what y'all gonna know if I get mine. I'm pulling up on everybody. Hey, come outside. I'm up here.
Get the rifle.
Right?
Crazy, man.
Get the rifle.
You low-key resemble the young boy from Up and Away.
Hey, go ahead, bro. Not at all, man. That was pretty funny.
Hey, we go. Y'all want to keep it pushing? Oh, y'all want to hear what y'all want?
What are you talking about?
I mean, Christmas is around the corner. You know what I'm saying?
So you cut out a little bit.
Yeah. You sounded like this about time to wrap up.
You sound like you're in the water. Like you on the radio.
All right.
On that note, Aquaman powers.
Yeah, my man. You sounded like it's time to wrap up. Hey yo, everybody tuning in from home, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all know where to find us at GoodAssSports on all social media platforms. It's really simple. At GoodAssSports, at Gas Network on all app platforms. YouTube, subscribe to us. Hit the subscribe button. Stay tuned for the regular heat. If you want a hat, hats are on sale right now. All hats are on sale for $20 right now. Christmas. $20. Go get you one. Don't be getting caught out here looking slimming. And then masks are right on sale $15. So all you gotta do is go to goodassports.com/shop and you can get right with the gang. Hoodies are coming soon. Hoodies will be up in about a week. So just wait for that. That's It's Christmas only. edition. Besides that, man, fellas, it's been a great show. You know how we sign it off because we are sports for the culture. We only sign it off one way. Sports for the culture.
Sports for the culture.
Sports for the culture.